What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back again with a brand new video, and today I've got the PRIMALIST for you guys on the Conquest of Azeroth Alpha. This is a interesting shaman-esque class, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's jump right in. Okay guys, we're on a PRIMALIST. We're level 2, and it's a pretty cool looking class so far. I do want to go ahead and show you the abilities. So we have Geomancy, so that's pretty cool right off the bat. You never see Geomancers as playable classes. And then Primal is my two specs. Geomancy starts with Stone Slam, 2 mana instant cast melee range with a 7-second cooldown ability that says you enchant your fist with stone and slam the target enemy, causing 175% weapon damage with your two-handed weapon, by the way. And it generates 20 rage and 10% of your maximum mana, so you're playing around with rage and mana with this class, which I really like. Now, in Primal, I have Primal Senses. This is a buff of mine, just a simple buff that increases agility by 10% for 30 minutes. That's pretty good. And then we have Rylak's Bite, and a Rylak is kind of like a chimera in World of Warcraft, right? It's a 25 rage ability, so that's how I dump rage so far. Melee instant cast, no cooldown, deals 150% weapon damage to the target. So just straight up brute force, and it looks like you Stone Slam 21, you can see the animation, and then you Rylak Bite, and then they're dead. So that's pretty good. That's a solid start so far. It's really melee heavy. I didn't expect that in terms of raw brute force damage, right? I thought the PRIMALIST would be more of a shaman, so that's pretty good right off the bat. It looks like the other spec I'll get is life, by the way. So I'll have a healing spec. That's pretty cool. So you guys know the drill. We're gonna get all the way to max level in this video, try the PRIMALIST for everything it has, and see if it's good, and you'll be able to make a decision at the end of the video as to what you think of the PRIMALIST. Okay, level 3 came with a brand new ability known as Bear's Maw. Okay, 2 mana instant cast melee range with a 10-second cooldown ability. Strike an enemy target with a might of Ursoc. That's a bear, kind of an old god, but not really an old god. A primal god. It deals, interesting, right? 19 to 27 physical damage, generating 20 rage, and healing you for 8% of your max health. Wow. Oh my god. Talk about Death Strike on steroids. 10-second cooldown though, but still, that's a lot of your health for nothing. And it generates rage, man. Let's see. Nice, there we go. That is actually the bear form animation for Maul, if I recall correctly. And you know what? To see that on a non-bear form model, it looks better. It looks so cool. That is really awesome. So the build plays itself, by the way. But realistically, I just Stone Slam into the Bear Maw, into the Rylak Bite, and then as things come off cooldown, I just start playing. You know, I just click the things that come off cooldown. So you can see Stone Slam is back. I would use that into an immediate Bear Maw again. And it just plays itself. And you know what? When you're level 3, it's good to see that. Right? That you're immediately effective, things immediately make sense. Now, I've watched PRIMALISTs. I've played a lot of Koa compared to a lot of people, okay? I might not be super duper sweat mode, but I've played basically every class at this point. I only have like 3 that I haven't actually touched, but I've seen them. I know what they have, right? I've PvP'd against them. I have to know what they have. And here's what I know. The PRIMALIST is strong. It's absolutely bonkers good damage, and it's good for PvP. Could change at 30, but definitely was the case for the 10 to 19 and the 20 to 29 brackets. So I am expecting to be incredibly strong on this character. That much I can say. Okay, level 5, by the way, already getting brand new stuff, and I got my first heal, Hand of the Earth Mother, which is so perfect when you're a Tauren, right? So there's my life tree, there's my Hand of the Earth Mother. Wait, what? Oh, what? 20 rage, instant cast. Wow, never seen that before. 40-yard range, instantly heals a friendly target for 28 to 34. I was expecting a normal cast time heal that was boring. I'm just gonna be real. I think I proved it right there. I immediately used it, thinking I was gonna show the animation. No, it's an instant rage costing heal. That is so good for DPS PvP. And assuming I get more heals, I don't know how that would be good for a healer unless I have a consistent way to build rage as a healer, but hey, again, for the DPS portion of it, for the PvP portion of it, now I have a choice between the Hand of the Earth Mother or the Rylak's Bite. I mean, Hand is only 5 rage cheaper. That is pretty sick. Now, it's important to keep in mind, I cannot use two-handed swords, right? So there is something shamanistic about this by nature, because obviously shaman couldn't use the swords. They could use axes, they could use maces, they could use staves. I'm seeing a very similar thing here. I'm not really sure. Can I see? Okay, I can use axes, bows, crossbows. Wow, weird. Daggers, maces, staves, swords, one-handed swords, 2H axes, 2H maces. Okay, so I just can't use the 2H sword. I also didn't see polearm in there, actually, now that I think about it. I never have to look at the weapons on any class I've played because it's always been obvious. This is the first one where I got the sword and I thought, I really wish I could use that, and I simply can't. Interesting. Again, I do have to make it very clear because I do like to explain how things actually play on the off chance that people are watching this, not just for entertainment, but also to see what class they should play when Koa comes out. One thing I want to keep clear, if you were looking for something that's just butter smooth and it's melee, well, if you can get to level 5 and feel like that, I mean perfectly, and feel like, hey, this is all I could have all the way to max and I think I'd be fine, well, then you need to play the Primalist, right? Because that's how I feel. I'm level 5 and I think, you know what? If all I had was Stone Slam, Bear's Maw, and Rylak's Bite, okay, yeah, it wouldn't be the most complicated rotation, but half the rotations that are first place DPS on Ascension only require 2 buttons. And by the way, that's not a lie. Go sweat mode and look it up. It's ridiculous. You know, you see people trying to have these hyper complex builds on Ascension, me included, trying to do crazy fun stuff, only to find out you can do 11,000 DPS with 2 buttons. It's just kind of crazy and ridiculous. But yeah, this is the kind of guy, this is the kind of class, rather, that you can play all the way to max with what it's got at level 5, and combat-wise, feel perfectly fine, because you're effective and you're strong, and things die at a reasonable pace. I'm not bored questing, even though I've literally killed these cougars actually hundreds of times in my lifetime, and that's because the class is just fun. Another ability already at level 6. Mending Growth, there it is. The tooltip's not even right yet. Okay, heal a friendly target for a certain amount, and it's on your typical 1.5 second cast time. You know, I'm not disparaging it, by the way. I say there it is as if I expected it because you gotta have a normal cast time heal on a healing class. Like, it's gonna be there. It's like, how are you gonna make it flavorful? That's what we're looking for. So, okay, Mending Growth. What I can say is, that is a cool icon. Can we just acknowledge that? That was cool. When it appeared on my bar, I thought, okay, this is gonna be fun. Let's see. Green on my hands. Oh, it's not water. Fascinating. It's actually more druidy with the leaves, right? I like the noise. Okay, this is actually good. This is well good. This is well good. This is well designed in terms of the looks, the aesthetics. I am impressed. With every new class I play, I see the animations and stuff get even cooler. And honestly, there's only been like twice ever where I thought that's not right. And they changed it, by the way. So that's great. They're willing to make things better. I'm gonna go ahead and do these random 2 quests real quick. The Battle Boars and killing Chief Sharp Tusk, obviously. That's all the way down here. And then when I'm done with that, we'll make our way out of here. Try to get into the crossroads eventually, and you know, obviously jump into those battlegrounds and dungeons as we get more abilities along the way. Okay, that is level 7, and another ability, Boon of the Bear, increases the target's melee attack power by 10%. Really? And an agility buff. Can I use both? Okay, Boon of the Bear. Oh, it doesn't last long. Fascinating. 20 seconds. I just completely skimmed over that, and my brain filled in where it says seconds with minutes. That is fascinating. So you can give somebody Boon of the Bear for 20 rage, by the way, and massively increase their damage, but only for 20 seconds. You don't see buffs like that often, actually. Can we be real? You just don't. So, okay, that is really fascinating. I'm going to use that far more often than I thought. That's something I want to keep on myself as much as I can as well, to a point in which, realistically, I'm going to want it on myself 100% of the time. And then it makes you wonder, when you get into high-level PvE, is everybody else going to force you to keep that on them as well, if you can? I highly doubt it. 20 seconds and you need 20 rage. It would completely mess up the rotation, probably. But still, it's really cool because now we have to think, is the healing spec going to get something that helps it build rage? Or are, you know, healing primalists going to be required to go all the way up and melee attack stuff just to build rage so that they can keep up Boon of the Bear on their entire party, you know, or anybody that's melee? And that's a lot, by the way, that might need it. Very cool ability, I think. All right, level 9, level 10. And we got a brand new ability there, too, using the Berserk icon from Feral Cats. What is this? Oh, there's a new hero architect thing that they're trying, and it apparently just happens to be in Koa. That's going to look really cool when it's in Ascension. Okay, so Primal Charge. There we go. That's the way to close a gap. Right on time, by the way, level 10. Okay, 14-second cooldown is low. Low. 20-yard range. Rush forward up to 20 yards through enemies in a line, dealing 30 to 36 nature damage. Using this ability frees you from root effects and generates 20 rage. Jesus, look. Oh my goodness. So yeah, you got to point in a direction, which is unique. It's not, you know, point and click, so to speak, but that's going to be really good, guys. And it does damage, like significant damage. 30 to 36 is no joke. You know, Bear's Moss 31 to 38. So yeah, that's sick. I'll take it. We're getting closer and closer, guys, to a more fully fleshed out Primalist. I gotta say, I'm excited. Okay, finally got new abilities, and it actually looks like I got 2 at the same level, weirdly enough. Level 13. Fist of Ragnaros. Causes your next stone slam within 30 seconds to unleash flames upon all nearby enemies, dealing additional fire damage. Okay, that's pretty sick. And I also see another one, Mighty Bash. Interesting. 16-second instant cast melee ability. Mighty Bash. Smack an enemy target, interrupting spellcasting. There we go! This guy has everything! That's my kind of class. I got an interrupt. I've got massive damage. I have a gap closer. I just need a stun. All right, let's go ahead and test everything out. Can I interrupt that? There we go. Nice. So it's like a basic animation for an interrupt, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and try Fist of Ragnaros now. Very curious. It turns Stone Slam into more of an AoE ability, and it looks like you'd want to use it every time you possibly can. 15 rage cost, by the way. So we pop it. My hands are on fire, and... oh my god, that basically doubled the damage of the skill. Okay, level 15 off this quest, and that means we can start to do some dungeons, so we've definitely got to look for that. No new abilities, but I gotta say I'm jam-packed with stuff right now, and I just decided to macro that new ability, Fist of Ragnaros, to my Stone Slam, because I feel like you'd want to use it on cooldown every single time anyway. There we go, level 16, and that is a brand new ability called Cave In. That's a cool icon. Okay, 7 mana instant cast, 30-second cooldown, 40-yard range. Oh my god. All I said I needed was a stun. It stuns the target for 3 seconds and interrupts non-player spellcasting. Wow. On a 30-second cooldown. Yeah, this class feels born and bred for PvP. This is actually ridiculous. Alright, this is what it looks like. Okay, that's a weird one. The ice block sound effect. I do like the cave-in rocks on the ground look. I think that's fine. I'm not too sure about the ice block sound. I could get used to it, I guess, but I just associate it with ice too much, and that's clearly not ice. Let's go ahead and look at it one more time. Yeah, that's just interesting, right? So it's not really that early in the morning, but it is the morning. It's 9:30 a.m. for me right now, and I can't find a group. It's late into the alpha. People are waiting for the level cap to be increased, and I think what I'm going to do is try to solo RFC on the Primalist. I think I might be strong enough, so, alright, let's see if we can even clear the first room. The 90 on both is so good. I can stun that guy. Stone Slam. He's actually gonna die. Okay, I think I can easily take out this other Earth Borer because it's just not doing any damage to me, really. Wow, barely lived there. It might be possible with my gear, but it's definitely going to be tight. The fact of the matter is, I have a wondrous wisdom ball now, and that gives me all of the dungeon quests. As a direct result of that and my XP aura, I might be able to do a few of these and get some levels. There we go, level 17. We've got some pretty sick burst, right? 154 crit right there. I've got no gear, but I do have a Raxor's hammer, so, you know, it's something decent for low levels, just massive stamina. Hopefully, I'll live longer as a direct result of that. But, you know, between getting him with the Primal Charge and then getting him with the Bear's Maw Hand of Ragnaros or Fist of Ragnaros combo, look at that. Watch. Oh my god, that is crazy. Oh no. Oh, see, why did the tab make me tag that guy? Why would you do that? I mean, I spawned right here, but to anybody who was ever confused when I say tab target doesn't work right on Ascension, that's what I mean. Why wouldn't it tab one of the 2 guys right next to me? It throws you off, right? You build up this muscle memory for so many years and it does a certain thing, and then it just suddenly doesn't anymore, and it's like, all right, let's see if I can pull these guys. Okay, look at that. More massive damage, and we'll stun you. I can actually buff myself. 101. I should ideally buff myself before I go hard on that combo with a 10% AP. It lines up there. Bruh. 100 and 114. That's really good. Okay, I'm gonna try jumping, skipping some of these guys. Oh god, there's a patrol. But there's a boss down here, and I believe the satchel I need to find for one of these quests is next. Yeah, it's definitely next to this boss. You can see Margrim Totem right there. That's gonna be a lot of XP. The casters are what are killing me right now. The melee, I can take a couple of them, you know? But the casters, they, as we all know, hit so hard at low levels. I mean, look at this. The melee guy, he's basically dead. You know, you get your damage combo off, and yeah, you can't do anything else after it, but things die. And, oh my god, this doesn't even make sense. Why? What? The aggro range, man. Wow. we actually just killed Ogleflint and got to level 19. And we can turn this quest in now. That's pretty good. We got a brand new ability too, Entangle Weapon. Is that a disarm or is it a weapon buff? Yep, I knew it. Disarm the enemy's main-handed target weapons for 10 seconds on a 40-yard range and a 1-minute cooldown. Talk about out of this world broken. And by default, I should win the melee matchups, right? Knight of Zoroth, doesn't really matter. I'll entangle the weapon. Reaper, that's gonna really hurt them. 10 seconds of you don't get to heal anymore and all of your damage is gone. I guess it won't matter too much for the monk, right? So that's interesting. But yeah, that's a really broken ability. Like, actual disarms are super powerful. I will say maintaining Boon of the Bear is a little awkward. I want to put it closer. Okay, I have it up now. It's not awkward after the first fight. I guess it's just awkward starting with it. After that, you obviously will have the rage to keep it up when you need to. You think I'm dead, and then boom, dead, right? So, okay. That's pretty good. I can entangle his weapon. That's nice. Heal a bit. Stun. Heal a little bit more. Heal a little bit more. Spend that rage. Stone Slam. Spend the rage, and you're dead. Hey, this class is crazy. It's performing so well. Okay, that actually went pretty well, but I'm level 19 now. I'm not getting XP from almost anything in that dungeon anymore, and I do want to participate in PvP before I outlevel the bracket. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of everything I have, get some gear on this guy, and see if we can get into some PvP. Yeah, people have just quit, and they're all playing on the seasonal realms where it's absolutely bumping right now because, yeah, I think people just want the level cap raised. Level 30 being the end game, there's not much. I'm trying to see if this random dude will duel me, but yeah. Okay, he's dueling me. A Venomancer. Oh my goodness. He's stunned? Okay. Does disarming you do anything when you're a scorpion? I really don't know. He's not really doing any damage, but he's also not taking damage. Look at his health. 1,000 health. Why is this happening to him? Then why did it happen to me? Well, at least I won. I really didn't think I was gonna win, but eventually I just had enough damage. But we both just got destroyed by a random Kodo pack. I guess they just didn't like us, man. Okay, so at level 20, I was able to get into some BGs very, very fast. That looks to be where more people are queuing. And yeah, I just want to show you some of the fights we had. Primalist did not disappoint. Okay, I'm level 27, and we've gotten a couple new things. First of all, I got my res, return to life, basic res, 10-second cast time, though. Jesus. I also got a brand new ability called Dream, and this is a form of CC that I find fascinating. I'll put it up on the screen now in terms of what it looks like, but it forces a target into the Emerald Dream for up to 8 seconds. 2-second cast time, of course, 30-second cooldown. So while in the Dream, the target will quickly regenerate health and mana, so polymorph effect, but they cannot be seen or interacted with by other entities outside of the Emerald Dream. Absolutely fascinating. Is there another way for me to enter the Emerald Dream that I'll get at some point so I can kill them while they're in there and we're both out of the game? I don't know. Creatures are pacified in silence while in the Emerald Dream, though, so that just answered that question. You can't fight in the Emerald Dream. So absolutely fascinating. You can see I used it on the bat and it disappeared. That was really cool. Level 28 right there. Oh, I got a brand new ability, Ruptured Earth. Okay, let's see. Okay, 40 Rage. More Geomancy, obviously. And let's see. A pillar of stone erupts out of the ground beneath an enemy target on a 12-second cooldown, 1-second cast, knocking them up and inflicting 42 to 53 nature damage. Wow, and it does it to all of them within 4 yards as well. That's pretty bonkers, actually. 40-yard range. I mean, it's a massive rage dump.
Ready for action.
So one thing you may have noticed there was the instant cast Ruptured Earth that I got off on that one guy, and yeah, I have a hidden passive apparently. I think it comes from using Stone Slam. It's not in my spell book, but essentially I can get an instant cast Ruptured Earth off when I use some sort of ability. That's really good. It's free CC in the middle of the fight that doesn't stack with my Cave-In. Okay, one more level to go. I've gone undercover quite a bit. I've been messing around. There's like so few people on the server, so I'm just like, just messing with people. And you know what? I think it's finally time to stop, to focus, get that last level, see what ability we may have to unlock, and finish off the Primalist. Okay, guys, level 30 has been accomplished, and this is what I got. Stonefall, 2-minute cooldown, damaging ability. You create 5 stalagmites and drop them upon an enemy target, dealing 13 to 16 nature damage over 1 second. The target's movement speed is slowed by 90% for the duration. That is just absurd. That is just crazy. I've got to see this. Okay, Dr. Tom is going to very nicely allow me to duel him outside of Org real quick so I don't have to use it on a boar. We could see the damage on a player, right? And we'll be able to see, hey, what is Stonefall? I'm loving all the rock-themed abilities. I feel truly primal, right? Fist of Ragnaros, so it's all about the elements. I love that, but it's specific elements too, right? It's fire, it's earth, it's just like your fists. It's almost like a primalness of being in some ways, right? A primalness of yourself, like instinct. I think it's really cool. All right, let's try it, Dr. Tom. All right, this is it. Stonefall. What? Oh my god. That is cool. Now, it didn't do crazy damage, I guess, for a 2-minute cooldown, but it looked really cool. I guess the idea is that this will be a heavy-hitting, big ability, because a 2-minute cooldown, that's no joke. And it slows, right? I don't have a slow yet, so that is a way to help me stick on my targets. With Stonefall and Ruptured Earth knocking them up sometimes, like this right here, the Ruptured Earth. Oh my god. Yeah, this is sick, and then the stun right there. It's just so cool. But okay, guys, what do I think of the Primalist? Well, I think it's incredibly well-rounded and easily one of the better classes, because you have to think for a second. Once numbers come down, you have to look at the bare bones and say, which classes have the most? What is the best? You know? For example, the Stormcaller is pretty good in AoE, kind of broken in some ways, but if they nerf the Stormcaller's damage too much, it's complete shit, because it lacks so much compared to so many classes. It just has its AoE damage. The Primalist has damage. It has a lot of damage, but I also have 3 different ways to prevent my target from moving, whether that's a knock up or a stun, or a heavy slow. 90% might as well be a stun, or a root rather. It's really, really good. A 670 crit on that boar, and then I can turn around and do that. A bunch of 53s on that, of course, all halved against players. It's pretty absurd. And you know what? I can heal. I can instant heal for 214 at level 30, which is pretty stupid. It's pretty nutty. And then my castable heal is somehow significantly weaker, by the way. So weak. Like, that's one thing that you don't have to worry too much about. I shouldn't really be healing in your face unless you have no way to do anything about it, because it's just not good enough. But you know what? Dream. Absolutely bonkers CC. I have a res. I have multiple ways to buff. I have some interesting situational buffs. Not really situational. You know, the situation is there a melee to put it on? But, you know, it's a 20-second duration, which is fascinating. And we also have a gap closer that doubles down as a way to run away if I used it in the other direction, and an interrupt. I mean, it has everything. So this is one of those classes that is going to be good. Guaranteed. Unless something happens and they just don't change the numbers on a lot of these other classes, Primalist will be one of the best classes, because you can't have everything and not be good. This is not a profound prediction from me. I think it's quite obvious. And if I'm wrong, again, there's going to be a lot of caveats to that as to why. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. I definitely give this class, in terms of how fun it was, you know, I'd give it a solid A. It's definitely fun. I think all of them have been fun. In terms of how good it is, if I could go above A and say S, I would do that. I would give it an S tier. That's just what I think so far. But okay, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed the Primalist, make sure to give this video a like. Really, give it a like. It goes a long way, and sometimes when things are getting kind of rough in real life, and I'm just kind of going through with the motions, in terms of living, right, not making videos, for whatever reason, for better or worse, I look at these YouTube videos and I think, well, at least somebody out there is getting enjoyment out of the things that I do in life, you know? That, in and of itself, not to be too deep or stupid, makes it worth it. So anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Mcdoubles out.